Hi, all. This is becoming for me a familiar and comfortable scene. Today, I want to teach you. And what I want to teach you is a way of handling cheating. And the reason is if we are honest and realistic, you cannot say no and be successful. Let me give you an example. You're a child. You're 5, 6, 7, 8 years of age. It's a half hour before dinner time, and you go to one of your parents and you say, I would like something. And the parent says to you, we're having dinner in a half hour, wait. And you say, Mommy, Daddy, please, and they say no. You say, Mommy, Daddy, please, and they say no. You might even reverse it. A child in your life is coming to you and saying, please, and you say, wait. Now, the bottom line is how many no's on the part of the adult does it take before the adult either compromises or gives in? It's a fact of life. It's not a good, it's not a bad. It's a fact of life. And if we cannot say no, how do we lose weight? That's today what I want to teach you. But I first have to give you some background. Number one, the word is not real unless it's in the real world. For example, I'm standing in a store. There are candy bars next to me. I don't want to wait online. I'm thinking I'm going to take one and slip it in my pocket. Let's roll back the clock. I'm standing in a store. The line is long. I don't want to wait online. I reach out, I take a candy, and I put it in my pocket. There is a major difference between the two. One is in my head. It's not real. And don't judge my thought. It was a thought. I reach out, I take the candy and put it in my pocket. That's real. So it only becomes real when I take the action. Until I take the action, it's not real. I want you all to go to a Walgreens, a Stop and Shop, and I want you to buy some Werther's sugar-free candy. Right now, the only two that I've found that are helpful in what I want to do are the coffee and the caramel. Buy either, buy both, make sure you have them, put them in your pocket, put them in your bag, carry them with you. Here we go. I have a thought in my head that I want to cheat. Now, if I'm honest and on the program, then the urge that I have has nothing to do with hunger. It has to do with avoiding dealing with something that I'm experiencing that is uncomfortable or disquieting. And I think of cheating in order to move away from that feeling, and therefore I believe that if I cheat, I'll get some peace. If we cheat, we're working at cross purposes with ourselves. But we have a problem. How many times will I be able to say no before giving in? Not too many. So, here's what I want you to do. Number one, I want you to verbally say to yourself, if you're in a crowd, whisper it. I want that cheat. I want you to admit it. It's the truth. It's your actuality. And by saying it, you bring it forth, not something hiding in the background. Now I want you to ask yourself this question and answer it. I know I want the cheat, but do I want the cheat more than I want to be thinner? If your answer is no, wonderful. If your answer is yes, then there's no reason for any discussion. So I'm assuming that you're going to say, yeah, I want to be thinner. Once you say that, I want you to do 3 Qigong breaths with 5 seconds between each breath. That will focus you, that will stop you, and you will not be impulsive. Once you have completed the 3 Qigong breaths, I want you to take a candy in your hand. I want you to unwrap it. I want you to look at the candy and say, you know something, candy? You're an inferior substitute compared to the cheat that I had in my head. But if I have the cheat, I'll only have peace for a few moments. If I have this candy, which is truly inferior, but tastes decent, I will not cheat. So I'm going to pop the candy into my mouth. The moment has ended. The cheat doesn't take place. But let's not be naive. You know darn well, very shortly, the same thought is going to pop back into your head. Do 3 more Qigong breaths. Take out a candy. Say out loud, I would see this candy as an inferior substitute, but if I have the candy, I won't cheat, and I'll be happier because I'll continue to lose weight. This behavior will work every single time you do it because you're conscious of it. You've stopped so it's not in the background. You take charge and you take an action. And taking an action makes it real. If you do it 100 times every day, then you'll have succeeded 100 times every day. It won't last 100 times because the more you do it, the more successful you will be. The more successful you will be, the more weight you will lose, and the happier you'll be with yourself because you haven't been passive and you're in control. I'd like to have your feedback. Talk to you soon.